I have determined that it is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
Jerusalem, the ancient city claimed by three of the world's great religions, now central in a dispute pitting President Trump and Israel's prime minister against most world leaders.
Despite concerns that the decision could inflame the Middle East, President Trump Wednesday made good on one of his campaign promises. The U.S. Congress in 1995 mandated moving the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, but presidents since then repeatedly signed six-month waivers.
A campaign promise.
We will move the American embassy to the eternal capital of the Jewish people, Jerusalem. Of Israel. While previous presidents have made this a major campaign promise, they failed to deliver. Today, I am delivering. I've judged this course of action to be in the best interests of the United States of America and the pursuit of peace between Israel and the Palestinians.
The decision by former President Donald Trump to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel in December 2017 was a momentous and highly contentious move that reverberated throughout the region and the world. This decision diverged from decades of U.S. foreign policy and stirred a whirlwind of reactions from various quarters globally. After the creation of the State of Israel in 1948, Jerusalem was divided between Israel in the west and Jordan in the east. During the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, Jordan occupied East Jerusalem, including the Old City, while Israel controlled West Jerusalem.
We, like these Jews, who are training to fight against aggression, against an enemy who would deprive them of their land and their lives. They're not soldiers. They're like Milton, working in a post office or going to school, who think nothing's more important than the fight for freedom. They've got pride and they've got strength.
In 1967, during the Six-Day War, Israel captured East Jerusalem, reunifying the city under its control. This event marked a significant turning point in the city's history. Israel's occupation of East Jerusalem, along with the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and Golan Heights, expanded its territorial control and triggered a new phase of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Following the war, Israel annexed East Jerusalem, declaring the entire city as its capital, a move that was not recognized by the international community. The United Nations Security Council passed Resolution 242, emphasizing the inadmissibility of the acquisition of territory by war and calling for the withdrawal of Israeli forces from the territories occupied during the conflict. However, Israel's annexation of East Jerusalem and subsequent policies aimed at altering the demographic and geographic realities of the city have been widely contested. The construction of Israeli settlements in East Jerusalem, considered illegal under international law, has been a major point of contention. Palestinians view East Jerusalem as the capital of a future Palestinian state and see Israeli settlements as an impediment to the realization of their aspirations. The status of Jerusalem has remained one of the most contentious issues in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Both Israelis and Palestinians claim Jerusalem as their rightful capital, and its significance to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam adds layers of religious and cultural complexity to the dispute. Efforts to negotiate a resolution to the status of Jerusalem have been ongoing for decades. Various peace initiatives and negotiations, including the Oslo Accords and subsequent talks, have aimed to address the status of Jerusalem as part of broader discussions on the final status issues between Israel and the Palestinians. However, reaching a mutually acceptable agreement on Jerusalem has proven to be immensely challenging due to its significance to both parties and deeply entrenched historical and religious attachments. Regionally, the announcement by Donald Trump had immediate and profound implications. Jerusalem holds immense religious significance for Jews, Christians, and Muslims, making it one of the most contested and sensitive areas in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Trump's declaration was seen as a departure from the long-standing international consensus, which regarded the status of Jerusalem as a matter to be determined in future negotiations between Israelis and Palestinians. Consequently, the decision ignited a wave of protests and condemnations across the Middle East. Palestinians viewed the move as an affront to their aspirations for East Jerusalem as the capital of a future independent state. This decision exacerbated tensions and further complicated the already fragile peace process in the region. On the global stage, Trump's decision triggered widespread concern and criticism. Many world leaders expressed apprehension about the potential ramifications of such a unilateral move on the already volatile Middle East situation. The United Nations, through various resolutions, reaffirmed the international consensus on Jerusalem's status as a final status issue to be resolved through negotiations between the parties involved. The announcement also triggered mixed responses among U.S. allies and partners. While some countries, including Israel, welcomed the move and saw it as a validation of their claims to Jerusalem, others were critical, viewing it as detrimental to the prospects of a two-state solution and a threat to regional stability. The decision strained relations with certain Arab and Muslim-majority countries that traditionally maintained strong ties with the U.S., causing diplomatic rifts and shifts in alliances. Furthermore, the decision had ripple effects in global politics. It led to debates and discussions within international forums about the United States' role as a mediator in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It also raised questions about the implications of disregarding established diplomatic norms and consensus-driven approaches to sensitive geopolitical issues. While the immediate impact of Trump's announcement was palpable, its long-term consequences remain subject to ongoing developments in the region. Subsequent administrations in the United States have grappled with how to navigate the complexities of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict in light of this decision, seeking a balance between supporting Israel and promoting a sustainable resolution that addresses the aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians.
This is a historic day. Jerusalem has been the capital of the Jewish people for 3,000 years. It's been the capital of Israel for nearly 70 years. It was here that our temple stood, our kings ruled, our prophets preached. Jerusalem has been the focus of our hopes, our dreams, our prayers for 3 millennia. From every corner of the earth, our people yearn to return to Jerusalem, to touch its golden stones.
Click here to learn about the history of Jerusalem, or click here to learn more about the King David Hotel bombing in 1946.